Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Miftakhul Pratiwi. You can call me Firdaus. I am from Indonesia. I'm 19 years old. I study at the State Islamic University of Maulana Malik Ibrahim Malang. I am now in Mahad Asma bin Abi Bakar. I am from the Department of Science Chemistry study program. My hobbies are cooking and reading novels. Sometimes I like to watch Korean movie to broaden my knowledge of my language. My motto is don't let a bright brain lost to a lazy body. My favorite food is fried chicken and fried fries. I hope that we can study online as usual and this COVID is gone. Here, I will explain the result of my first resume, attitude, environmental problems, and the second about air pollution. This pandemic is proof that there is environmental damage. High human consumptive attitude resulted in many changes, one of which is excessive vehicle ownership, which can cause congestion, increased air pollution, and will even cause climate change because the fumes of motor vehicle and factory smoke will accumulate in the atmosphere so that the smoke becomes very thick, which will interfere with the fuel in the air. This causes global warming. Global warming can cause polar ice cap to melt and polar bears lose their homes. If the Earth temperature rises, the overall rate of chemical reaction throughout the Earth increases. The impact caused by many millennial teenagers is currently experiencing skin problems, namely premature aging. There are so many negative impacts that have occurred due to advances in chemistry. So, we ask people who study chemistry should also provide solutions and contribute to dealing with negative conditions that occur around us today as much as we can and as best as we can. We can do it as early as possible, namely by holding a selection of waste that is so abundant because of human nature itself. Indonesia itself has tried hard to minimize waste, but public awareness is still lacking. That there is segregation of waste but not at the same time from the community. It has been a long time since in some places the selection of organic and inorganic waste has been provided. We can do separation activities between organic waste that can make fertilizer and inorganic waste that we can process into recyclable goods. We must also love, respect, and protect plants or forests so that they remain sustainable. When we understand air pollution, we must implement activities that minimize air pollution Environmental management is needed so that the environment can continue to provide the conditions and resources needed by living things. The biotic environment consists of the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. The atmosphere consists of 4 layers that differ in temperature and air pressure due to differences in energy absorption. The relationship between the atmosphere, weather or climate, and the type of ecosystem, namely the physical condition of the atmosphere, such as rainfall, air temperature, and wind, then affect the weather or climate and the type of ecosystem. What we breathe is in the troposphere. The layer is the character that emerges from the composition in the layer. Each layer has a different composition. The layers that are important to humans and vulnerable to change due to human activities are the stratosphere and troposphere. The physical conditions of the atmosphere include rainfall, air, temperature, humidity, wind. The lack of the sun in the short term is called weather, and in the long term it becomes climate. From the climate of an area, so that the types of ecosystem are formed. The greenhouse effect is a term used to describe the Earth's greenhouse effect, where the sun's heat is trapped by the Earth's atmosphere. This causes global warming. If likened to the greenhouse effect like wearing a jacket, when the body's metabolism will produce our body temperature. When wearing a jacket, body temperature will be restrained because we cannot be removed, so we can feel body temperature. Such is the condition of the earth when it is covered in air pollution. Ozone layer depletion. The ozone layer can be depleted because of CFC compounds used in refrigerator and air conditioner, which are usually in the stratosphere, and they make the ozone layer. CFC cannot be lost for 75 years in the atmosphere. Without the ozone layer, a lot of UV radiation would penetrate the atmosphere. Due to increased UV radiation, the earth one reduce agricultural and defense yield. 2. Increases the conversion of compounds into air pollutant in the troposphere. 3. Affect human health. 4. Make the structure and function of natural ecosystem. Acid rain comes from harmful gases production by motorcycles or factories and then reacts with the air and collect in the cloud to produce acetylene. Acetylene has a negative impact, namely the death of animals and humans, deterioration of human health, corrosion of building materials and metals. Well, thank you, and sorry if there are errors in reading and pronunciation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.